Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the very first episode of Dos CABEZAS Wrestling Podcast. We are currently sitting in the Now Arena parking lot, waiting to go home. So in the meantime, you get to hear our lovely voices. I am Gustavo.
And I am Cubert.
We welcome you to a recap of AEW World's End. We're just going to get right into it. The main card, the kit and caboodle, started off with the Continental Classic semifinals with Okada versus Takeshita, with Okada going over.
It was a great choice to have that one start off. The crowd was hot to begin with for that match.
Absolutely. It was memorable. Not my match of the night, but we will get there. Okada being the bad guy, being the heel, cheating to win, almost disrespecting what the Continental Classic is supposed to be. But, I mean, he is the man that runs the gauntlet, so it is what it is. But the second match, also the semifinals, Jon Moxley versus Kyle Fletcher. There was a lot happening. A lot of chokes, a lot of muscles, a lot of buffness. Not as many middle fingers, though. It was one of those matches with Kyle Fletcher trying to cheat. He was in a panic, could not find the device that he needed. He ultimately got choked out by Jon Moxley and lost his chance at the finals of the Continental Classic. What do you think happens with Kyle Fletcher after this?
With Kyle Fletcher, he is going to have to go against Okada because I believe Okada grabbed what Fletcher was looking for in that same corner. If you look for it, he went through all of the turnbuckles, ripping them all apart, looking for what Okada grabbed from the top one.
This is true.
We could not see exactly what it was because we were a little far away, but we fixed that in the future. We did that.
We did. Due to that, and we do thank the Now Arena security, we entered into a suite by accident, of course, but we do not ever tempt fate. Whatever fate does for us, we let it happen. So a door literally opened, and it is what it is. We got a great view for the next match, which was FTR, Bang Bang Gang, Gun Club, whatever you want to call them, Juice Robinson, Austin Gunn. They were doing it.
Chicago Street Fight.
They held the Italian Beefs and the Maxwell Street Polishes, and they brought the violence. FTR retains with a huge spike pile driver. It was a street fight. There's nothing else. It wasn't pretty. It wasn't anything. It was just a down and dirty slobber knocker.
Stokely understood the hardness of a table in that match.
Yes.
Pardon us, we have security parking yelling at us. Parking security. Not us specifically, but
we're doing it live. That's just it is what it is. The Now Arena, it is still packed, and we're just all trying to go home. But whilst we go, we are reveling in the history that is AEW World's End 2025. Stokely did not, in fact, break the table. He is bald. He is short.
Got no hose.
No hose. Can't break a table. This man is just L's all day. Not a game. Following that was Gabe Kidd, Darby Allin. Their knockdown, drag out, Huskow. Gabe Kidd has probably touched his junk and flexed his muscles more than any man I've ever seen on AEW television, and really anything that is on syndicated television outside of the depths of your internet browser. It is one of those where I don't want to say it was uncomfortable, but he is war ready. Unfortunately, he was not ready for Darby Allin.
No, he was not. Darby Allin took a beating this match. An absolute beating. Gabe Kidd ragdolled Darby Allin. Words. To a bloody pulp.
I mean, he is kind of a doll. Gabe Kidd is a doll. He is a very attractive man. If you like bald people who like to grab their junk and flick people off, he's an angry man representing New Japan Pro Wrestling to the fullest. Darby won that match with a roll-up, but it's not even the first roll-up of the match, of the night, of really anything. There were so many just back and forths with every match. It was just so exciting. Babes of Wrath retained over Athena and Mercedes Moné. They kept their women's World Tag Team Championships with also a roll-up. Not to take away from the match itself, it was exciting. There was a lot of stuff happening. It was just a lot of everything. Everybody got something in. But they also won it with a roll-up. Mercedes crashing out.
Backstage, yes.
It is... Are we seeing the decline of Mercedes Moné? Ultimo Moné, what is happening? Ugh. But it is what it is. It's Mercedes Moné. She will bounce back. That is just... It's just whatever may lie.
We now have to look forward to her and Willow Nightingale on Wednesday Night Dynamite.
Yes. For New Year's Bash. And then that card is going to be absolutely stacked. Following that, there is absolutely...
I believe it was the Mixed Nuts match.
Yes. By God, Toni Storm just giving her the ball, running with it. She had no fear. And just, without her in that match would have been one and the same. Between the Street Fight and the Darby Gabe Kidd match. Conglomeration, picking up the win against the Death Riders. But it was Toni Storm being the star of the show, as she respectfully is, with everything that she does. Whatever she touches, it becomes gold. This is a fact. And I'm not huge on Toni Storm, but I do recognize I see what she is. And her and Orange Cassidy, they made some magic.
They tangoed in the ring, fellas, folks, ladies, gentlemen.
They did all of it. And it was bombastic. And Claudio giving her the giant swing. Oh my Lanta. I thought she was going to die.
That was probably one of the fastest swings I've ever seen Claudio swing a person.
Yes, there was momentum. Like, she could have easily hit the second row. Like, there was a lot of juice to that swing. It was great. But the match itself, Mark Briscoe picking up the win for the conglomeration with the J Driller, the 1-2-3. Oh my God, Wheeler Yuta is not liked by anybody. That is probably some of the loudest I've heard that crowd in a long time, specifically for Wheeler Yuta and also the Green Bay Packers.
Green Bay sucks.
Just everybody said it. Why? No reason. Just letting everybody know. Green Bay sucks. Speaking of Green Bay sucks, not to say these women suck, just during the match, they had the chant, Statlander, Jamie Hayter, AEW World's Women's Championship. It was an okay match. They were hard-hitting. They went back and forth. A lot of pile drivers, a lot of clotheslines, a lot of just big impacts. Two ladies just giving it all, but just unfortunately lost in the shuffle of what was a very exciting card. Unfortunately.
Their placement, kind of helped dull it a little bit. The match was good. It was a little long for my liking. They gave their all. And with giving their all, it took a little long. Great match overall. I like the outcome. Just wish it was like maybe 5-6 minutes shorter. Preferably.
Yes. And to think from last year, around the same time, with Chris Statlander at All Out, putting her body on the line, to now defending the world championship against a very formidable opponent and a former champion in her own right. It is one of those where it just any other pay-per-view, it would have been a stellar match, just with everything going on with the Continental Classic and a lot of these grudge matches. I don't want to say it fell short, but it just didn't hit the mark where it should have. But we continue on with the rest of the card, which was the finals of the Continental Classic. We got Okada versus Jon Moxley. This was my match of the night.
This was a big match. The crowd was big on this one. Moxley has the crowd behind him after being a menace to the AEW locker room for with a year and a half with his AEW championship run with the Death Riders. Now he is the biggest babyface of them all, it appears. Baffles me, but we're here for it.
It is one of those where there was a lot of middle fingers in this match. There was a lot of just everybody was hitting everybody. Like, my neck hurt watching it, and we were sitting comfortably in a suite looking dead on. It was just, you could feel the tension, and it was just unmitigated violence and middle fingers galore. It was great. Jon Moxley picking up the win, beating Okada, becoming not only the winner of the Continental Classic, but the AEW Continental Champion. Surprisingly, Death Riders did come out, and they let him speak, and they walked to the back with him through the crowd. Championship held high. It is what it is. I thought there might have been a little inkling of something. Also, if you notice, Pac was not present.
Not at all.
So, who's to say what happens down
Nor
the line?
was Tomohiro Ishii.
Yeah, Big Tom, where you at? Where were you? You should have been celebrating with the conglomeration. Toni Storm got her kisses in with Mina Shirakawa. Like, where was Big Tom?
Even Big Luther was out there celebrating.
Luther was out there. Big Tom, you fell flat. You hit the mark. The mark, you missed all of it. You done goofed, sir. You done goofed. And then the main event, the 4-way, Swerve Strickland coming out just like the Green Lantern, getting a good pop. Hangman Adam Page, MJF, everybody's favorite scumbag, and the AEW World Champion Samoa Joe with a banger. Absolute banger. You could not ask for a better 4-way to close out the event. By God. Were there any takeaways from this that didn't involve somebody probably missing a tooth?
Takeaways. Green Bay sucks. MJF is our scumbag forever in Chicago. And that's all.
There was so much excitement. Everything was left in the arena from both the wrestlers and the crowd. We are drained. This is one of those events that if you weren't into it, it just was not. It's hard to explain. You just had to be there, and everybody left something. If you weren't into it, that's you problem, because we were into it. The people in the suite were into it. Nobody was throwing popcorn. I was thoroughly surprised, but we have a new AEW World Heavyweight Champion in MJF, stealing the victory.
Stealing it is the word.
From Hangman Adam Page, giving low blows, which it wasn't even the first low blow of the night. There was many low blows happening throughout the entire pay-per-view. Like Gabe Kidd touching his junk, Okada giving low blows, MJF giving low blows.
Moxley gave a low blow.
Moxley did give a low blow to even the score because Okada being dirty. Like, this was just that, roll-ups, a lot of pile drivers.
Reverse tombstones.
Reverse after reverse after reverse. It was an AEW show. But seeing it live and the electricity from the crowd, hating Wheeler Yuta and the Green Bay Packers, it was one for the history books. Oh. Were there any highlights for you? Senior Qbert.
Our upgrade was definitely the highlight of the night.
Yes.
If I'm being honest with you, our seat upgrade was definitely the highlight. We were all crammed in our lovely seats that we had at first, and then we've acquired elbow space.
Yes, and not even to their dismay, or to discredit them. We just so happened to be wandering around looking for food.
Sustenance.
For the carbohydrates to get us through. To see if maybe there's a cleaner bathroom, because unfortunately at these events, the bathrooms are not that sanitary. You got everybody going at once. The floor is mysteriously wet. And we just don't ask questions. Then we don't even see if people wash their hands. We just wash our own and we take off. Like, it is what it is. It's a pay-per-view event. We just try to keep to ourselves. But as we are walking through to keep tabs, the door flies open. The security says, "Hey, you're coming in?" Absolutely. So shout out. You made our night, senior security officer. I don't even think he was a security officer, to be fair. I didn't even know if he had badges on. All I know is that door opened and we just both said, yeah.
That's ours.
We agreed. And we sat down and it was fine. The only downturn was the gentleman in front of us trying to get every chant started. It happens at every pay-per-view. Just, there's always that one person. But like I said, while we were sitting there, I would much rather have that and elbow space than no elbow space being all the way up at the tippy top. I'm cool with it. It was a great time. It was a great time.
Hands down, one of the best times.
Yes. I don't really have a bad moment out of that pay-per-view. Because like I said, my match of the night was definitely Moxley versus Okada.
Mine was initially Darby Allin, Gabe Kidd, because I knew it was just going to be a bloodbath. Mm-hmm. Did not disappoint in that way because both of them bled. Darby did a sick coffin drop spot from the top down to the floor. Oh, yes. Tailbone? What is that?
We could hear the impact from Ensuite, and it was loud enough to I physically gagged. It's just meat and potatoes just hitting concrete. Those mats do not save you.
No.
Not at all. That was just pure, just thud. Oh, also shout out to Stokely Hathaway. No hose, no hair, no tables. He's F's for life. Just cannot get over and cannot get through. He's the opposite of Prince Nana. He's just barely scratching by. It was a good night. But for this being the first episode of Dos Cabezas podcast, yo soy Gustavo.
Y Qbert.
And we will catch you on the next episode. Until then, toodaloo.
Motherfucker.